Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Every Rock Has a Story. Today's episode is all about T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, the biggest, the scariest, the nastiest of all the dinosaurs that lived in the Cretaceous period. You know T-Rex and you know about dinosaurs. We've done a number of episodes about dinosaurs here, but there was one episode when Jose told us about the mosasaur, and in that episode he talked about something happening 65 million years ago, and he pointed to this rock right here. This is our rock of the day. Pick it up and show it to you. You can see this rock is very black at the top. It's also very fragile and crumbly. It gets a little bit more gray as we get towards the bottom. This is a sedimentary rock. You might be able to recognize those layers that it has across there, each layer laid down year after year after year. This is what we would call a shale. It's a very fine-grained sedimentary rock that probably formed in a lake or a mud flat 65 million years ago. Now that time was one of the most remarkable times on planet Earth. And the story that I'm going to tell you is about that T-Rex and all the dinosaurs, because it was a bad day for T-Rex. On the other side of this rock, it's labeled. The bottom says Cretaceous. That was the time of the dinosaurs, the time of T-Rex, where T-Rex roamed the land and dominated all the dinosaurs. At the top, where it gets black, this is labeled Paleogene. Paleogene is the name we give to the time after the Cretaceous, the time after the dinosaurs lived. That means that this rock has the boundary right there between the Cretaceous and the Paleogene. In episode 20, we talked about this very special rock and what happened 65 million years ago. Imagine if you close your eyes being a T-Rex, a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex roaming the land, maybe looking for a snack or maybe looking to pick a fight with a Triceratops. But this day, T-Rex hears something, looks behind, hears something whizzing by. And what is it? It's a giant meteor, a meteor 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, streaking through the sky, and T-Rex looks up and goes, "Oh no, a giant meteor." He's never seen anything like that before. And this meteor comes through the sky and it crashes on the ground. T-Rex witnessed this meteor strike the earth, saw the explosion, and the T-Rex that was close to the meteorite impact was probably vaporized instantly. Further away, that meteorite hit on the bottom of an ancient sea, and that triggered giant tsunami waves that cascaded around all the places, and you can find tsunami deposits on the land near where the crater exists. Where did the meteor hit? The meteor hit in what today is Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. And that crater is 180 kilometers in diameter. And those giant tsunamis wiped out more life that were nearby. But that wasn't the end of the devastation. Wildfires caught all over the world on land. And the rock that was vaporized from the meteorite itself and the rock below sent fumes and gases and aerosols and particles into the sky, and it blocked out the sun, and it got dark and cold, winter-like conditions that wiped out more life. And as soon as that particulate matter, that dust and guck from the atmosphere went away, then acid fumes from the atmosphere got into the ocean. Acid, and that killed a lot more of the life in the oceans and on land. And even that wasn't the end, because when that meteorite struck in that shallow sea in the Yucatan Peninsula, the rock that it struck was exactly the same rock that we talked about in episode 6. Chalk, carbonate rock, loaded with CO2 gas. And tons of CO2 gas was spewed out into the atmosphere, and that made warming conditions for a longer period of time. So it was a very bad day for T-Rex. It was a bad day for all of the life on the planet. Life on land, life in the oceans, all of it was almost completely devastated. The dinosaurs existed. In the Cretaceous, you can find dinosaur fossils in rocks of that age. But after the Cretaceous, no more dinosaurs. It was a bad day. The Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction was one of the scariest, worst, most horrible catastrophes in the history of our planet. Very, very scary, very rare. That's the last such event that's ever happened of that magnitude 65 million years ago. What's interesting is that there was one particular type of life that somehow survived that impact. It hid in the cracks and the crannies and the small holes, and when they finally crept back out to see the new Earth that was left behind, somehow they were able to rebound and flourish and evolve. Can you guess what that type of life is called? It's the mammals. The mammals had a wonderful opportunity even after the scary devastation that wiped out the dinosaurs. Mammals survived and they were able to evolve and flourish into humans today. The next time you have something really bad that happens, something that seems like the end of the world, try to look at things in a different way and recognize that there might just be some opportunity for something new to evolve, something exciting, something wonderful. In the Earth history, we see many examples of scary, devastating times that lead to new opportunities, new birth, new life. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Every Rock Has a Story. And to wrap things up, I want to kick it to our friend Adelyn, who is going to show us some of her favorite rocks.
Hi, I'm Adelyn, and I'm 7 years old. I'm going to tell you some facts about rocks. This rock is called, these two rocks are called granite. Granite makes up most of the land, so it's very common. These two rocks are called geodes. Geodes are a rock inside another. Sometimes you have to crack them open. These rocks are called quartz. Quartz is a clearish mineral that is often white. Some of these rocks are sparkly. The sparkling stuff is called mica. It makes the rocks sparkle. This is also granite. Bye!
Thank you so much, Addie, for sharing your favorite rocks in your own collection at home with the rest of us. I hope everybody out there has started a rock collection or any kind of a collection that's gotten you excited about science or something else out there in the world that interests you. This is the last episode from this season of Every Rock Has a Story. I hope you've enjoyed these new episodes, but I especially hope you've enjoyed seeing our co-hosts, including our children who have come and shared their stories, children like Addie. Science is for everyone. Science is for you. Geoscience is for you. You can be a scientist. So I want you to remember to keep on asking those questions, ask about the unknown, and of course, remember that every rock has a story. Bye-bye.